You misunderstood MacArthur Park's song. At first listen, MacArthur Park might sound like one of the strangest songs ever written. With references to cakes left out in the rain and surreal imagery, many casual listeners dismissed it as nonsensical. Some even mocked it for being overly dramatic or confusing. But the truth is, MacArthur Park holds a much deeper emotional core than people realize. Beneath its unusual lyrics lies a heartbreaking story of love, loss, and time slipping away, a reflection of the songwriter's personal experience. In this video article, we're going to break down what this classic song really means, the story behind it, and why it continues to spark debate decades later. Most listeners assume MacArthur Park is simply an odd, almost comical love song with surrealist metaphors. The line about a cake melting in the rain has been ridiculed for years, often appearing in lists of worst lyrics ever. To casual fans, the song sounds like a dramatic ballad that doesn't make sense, a puzzle of strange words attached to soaring music. But this interpretation misses the point. The lyrics weren't meant to be literal, but symbolic. Jimmy Webb, who wrote the song, poured real heartbreak into those surreal images. The cake wasn't really about dessert. It was about something far more personal, the fragile beauty of love and how easily it can be destroyed. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. MacArthur Park was written by songwriter Jimmy Webb in the late 1960s. Webb was deeply in love with Susie Horton, a woman who would later break his heart. During their relationship, Webb and Horton often met at MacArthur Park in Los Angeles. When their romance ended, Webb was devastated. The imagery of the park, its setting, and its atmosphere all found their way into the song. Webb later explained that he was trying to capture the feeling of loss, and he used surreal poetic images to describe it. The cake left out in the rain symbolized the loss of something beautiful, a relationship that could never be put back together. Originally, Webb wrote the song for the group The Association, but they rejected it because of its length, over 7 minutes, and unusual structure. Later, it was offered to actor-singer Richard Harris, who recorded it in 1968. Despite skepticism, the song became a huge hit, reaching the Billboard charts and cementing itself as one of the most controversial yet iconic ballads of the era. This is the heart of the discussion, the meaning. On the surface, the song seems bizarre, but the deeper you look, the more sense it makes. Let's break it down. A song of lost love. At its core, MacArthur Park is about lost love. Webb was mourning the end of his relationship with Susie Horton, and he expressed this grief through imagery. The cake left out in the rain is not literally about food. It's about something beautiful and carefully made, like a relationship, being ruined and impossible to recreate. The passage of time, MacArthur Park as a setting, symbolizes time moving on. Lovers meet there, relationships bloom and fade, and yet the park remains. The imagery of seasons changing in the lyrics reflects this passage of time and how love can feel eternal, yet fade away, just like the changing year. Surrealist symbolism. Many fans interpret the lyrics as surreal poetry rather than straightforward storytelling. Webb used striking, odd images because regular words weren't enough to capture his grief. By painting abstract pictures, he created a dreamlike landscape that mirrors the irrational emotions of heartbreak. Theatricality and excess. Another angle is that the song deliberately embraced over-the-top drama. Recorded in the late 60s, a time of experimentation, Webb wanted to push boundaries. The orchestral arrangement, unusual length, and dramatic vocals added to its reputation as both groundbreaking and polarizing. Ultimately, MacArthur Park is about love destroyed, the pain of moving on, and the way memory transforms ordinary places and moments into symbols of heartbreak. MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark, all the sweet green icing flowing down. This line refers to the collapse of something once beautiful. The imagery of a cake left in the rain represents the fragility of love. Once ruined, it can't be fixed. The sweetness is gone. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again. Perhaps the most famous and ridiculed lines of the song. But in reality, Webb was expressing that love, something built over time with care, was lost forever. The recipe for that relationship with that person could never be recreated. There will be another song for me, for I will sing it. Despite the heartbreak, there is resilience. Webb acknowledges that life goes on and there will be other moments, even though the pain of the lost love remains. After all the loves of my life, you'll still be the one. This reveals the depth of Webb's grief. Despite all future loves, this lost relationship would remain unmatched in his heart. Jimmy Webb has defended the song many times over the years. In interviews, he admitted that the lyrics were unconventional, but insisted they were deeply personal. He once explained, "Everything in the song was real. The old men playing checkers by the trees, the cake in the rain, it was all based on actual events. I was trying to describe a love affair in terms of something that could never be replaced." Richard Harris, who popularized the song, embraced its drama and surrealism, saying he loved its theatrical quality. Later, Donna Summer recorded a disco version in 1978, turning it into another massive hit and proving the song's versatility and timelessness. MacArthur Park became one of the most polarizing songs in music history. Some hailed it as a masterpiece of pop balladry and orchestration, while others mocked its lyrics. Despite the criticism, the song endures, covered by dozens of artists and featured in films, shows, and pop culture. Its legacy lies in its boldness. It refused to follow typical pop conventions, instead offering listeners a sprawling, surreal, emotional journey. For fans, it remains an unforgettable anthem of heartbreak. For critics, it stands as proof of how art can divide opinion, yet still achieve immortality. What is MacArthur Park about? It's about lost love and heartbreak, inspired by Jimmy Webb's breakup with Susie Horton. Did Jimmy Webb really mean the cake in the rain literally? No. It's a metaphor for something beautiful and carefully created, like a relationship, being destroyed and impossible to fix. Is MacArthur Park considered a good song? It's controversial. Some critics mock the lyrics, while others praise its emotional depth and boldness. Who made MacArthur Park famous? Richard Harris's 1968 version made it a hit, but Donna Summer's 1978 disco version also became iconic. More than 50 years after its release, MacArthur Park remains a song that fascinates, divides, and endures. Its surreal imagery and emotional weight make it unforgettable. While some laugh at the cake in the rain, others recognize it as one of the most poetic depictions of heartbreak ever written. Jimmy Webb managed to transform his personal loss into a universal story of love's fragility. That's why MacArthur Park still matters, because its strangeness is what makes it so profoundly human. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more exciting discoveries.